Tesla is currently the world's most valuable automaker in terms of market capitalization, surpassing industry giants like General Motors, Ford, Volkswagen Group, and even Toyota. Despite its relatively short operating history, limited product lineup, and modest sales figures compared to these established entities, Tesla has achieved this remarkable feat. Investors are willing to pay more than 5 times the price for a stake in Tesla compared to the more traditional automakers. So, what is the reason behind this? What do investors see in Tesla that may elude a rational person? What is the company's vision that justifies such a high valuation? Is it possible that a charismatic CEO is taking advantage of naive investors? In terms of metrics, Toyota is the largest car company in the world. They produce the most cars, generate the highest revenue, employ the largest workforce, and have a long-standing history with strong brand recognition and a loyal customer base. In comparison, Tesla sells only a fraction of the number of cars, generates less than 10% of the revenue, and consistently operates at a loss. While 2019 was considered a relatively good year financially with a loss of $862 million, it was still an improvement from the previous year's $1 billion loss. Despite these figures, Toyota has a market capitalization of just under $200 billion, whereas Tesla's valuation exceeds $400 billion, more than double that of its closest competitor. It is important to note that market capitalization figures can sometimes be misleading. This number is calculated by multiplying the market price of a stock by the total number of stocks. Market prices can fluctuate significantly due to various factors unrelated to the underlying fundamentals of the company, such as amateur investor hype, stock buybacks, easy access to capital, and price-manipulating tweets. These factors have often been criticized in relation to Tesla. However, supporters argue that building cars is just one small aspect of Tesla's larger vision for scaling up its empire. One significant difference between Tesla and traditional automakers lies in their subsidiaries. Traditional automakers expand their influence by acquiring other car brands. Volkswagen, for example, not only manufactures its own vehicles but also owns or holds stakes in Bentley, Audi, Bugatti, Porsche, Seat, Lamborghini, Skoda, and several commercial vehicle manufacturers. On the other hand, Tesla follows a different approach to mergers and acquisitions. Instead of acquiring competitors, it focuses on companies within its own supply chain. This allows Tesla to function not only as a car manufacturer but also as a component supplier, dealership, fuel station operator, energy generator, and potentially a transportation provider in the future. Both approaches aim to increase revenue and reduce costs, leading to higher profits. Volkswagen's strategy involves horizontal integration, wherein they invest in businesses operating at the same level of the production process. Porsche and Volkswagen, for instance, take raw materials and components and transform them into cars before distributing them through dealership networks. Although these car companies share a common goal, there are significant advantages to collaborating. Volkswagen builds cars on similar platforms that are shared among all its brands. The Volkswagen Tiguan, Audi Q7, Porsche Cayenne, Bentley Bentayga, and Lamborghini Urus, for example, have the same underlying chassis and components. This strategy achieves 2 objectives: increased revenue by appealing to a wide range of buyers with the same vehicle and expanded market reach. Different buyers can choose between the base model Volkswagen, a Porsche or Audi for wealthier customers, or the more luxurious Bentleys and Lamborghinis at significantly higher prices. As a result, Volkswagen attracts customers who previously would not have considered the products due to either affordability or luxury. This technique also reduces costs as research and development, as well as manufacturing overheads, are shared among all the brands. For a boutique manufacturer like Bentley, investing a significant amount of money in developing a new drivetrain would be cost prohibitive. Modern cars require large teams of engineers, designers, and lawyers to ensure compliance with various road laws while delivering quality vehicles. Although there are boutique manufacturers that succeed without corporate overlords, it's important to note that these cars tend to be extremely expensive, even by Lamborghini and Bentley standards, and their day-to-day reliability may be lacking. Tesla takes a different approach, employing vertical integration. Instead of acquiring competitors in the same production step, Tesla acquires or establishes businesses covering different parts of the process. Tesla's significant investments lie not in the cars themselves, but in component manufacturing, recharging stations, and owning their own dealership networks. This approach achieves the same 2 goals: reducing expenses by eliminating profit markups at different steps of the process and increasing revenue by offering additional services. When Audi sells a car to a dealership, it is sold at a wholesale price, and the dealer adds a markup for their profit. By owning the entire process, Tesla eliminates the middlemen, increasing their profit margins. Tesla also generates revenue from sources other than vehicle sales. For example, if a Tesla owner charges their vehicle on the company's supercharger network, Tesla earns revenue from the electricity consumed. Additionally, Tesla's expertise in making electric cars has positioned them well in the battery market, as some customers may purchase house battery packs along with their Tesla vehicles. These strategies enable Tesla to generate revenue outside the traditional scope of the auto industry. Both established automakers and Tesla aim to increase revenue and decrease costs to maximize profits, but their approaches differ significantly. However, despite Tesla's innovative approach, the company has not yet achieved profitability. Instead, they continue to operate at a loss. Economies of scale play a crucial role in production, where the unit cost of goods decreases as the number of items produced increases. Although the term is often used loosely, it encompasses three main factors: mitigation of fixed costs, efficiency in scale, and negotiating power. For instance, building a single car would require significant investment in education and equipment. However, as the number of cars produced increases, the fixed costs become a smaller fraction of the total cost. Scale also plays a significant role. While a skilled mechanic may struggle to build a car from scratch in a month, an assembly line allows for easy and repetitive tasks, improving production efficiency. Finally, ordering components in large quantities or manufacturing them in-house reduces variable costs. Overall, economies of scale provide advantages such as mitigating fixed costs, increasing output, and reducing variable costs. It is evident that cost competitiveness favors those who produce the most. While Tesla's cars may currently be too expensive for most consumers, considering their production volume is only 1/30th of Toyota's, the expansion of Tesla's production to a few million cars per year could potentially unlock the benefits of economies of scale and lead to profitability. However, achieving profitability in this manner is uncertain. Although the economies of scale effect may appear impressive, it also has drawbacks. The provided chart is incomplete and should actually depict the following. In traditional manufacturing, there comes a point when producing more goods becomes progressively expensive, contrary to the initial cost reduction factors. Concerning fixed costs, manufacturers must either maximize production capacity in their current facility or open a new location to accommodate increased production. This significant increase in fixed costs must be allocated among the costs associated with each individual car. Similarly, breaking down processes into smaller tasks eventually becomes inefficient. While one person building an entire car or a team following set steps is efficient, having a large team where each person handles a single screw or weld becomes as inefficient as one person doing the entire process. Eventually, people begin hindering one another's progress. Additionally, the bulk discount offered for large quantities can lead to monopolizing entire markets. While purchasing 10,000 glass windows may receive a bulk discount, buying 10 million could create higher demand and increase prices. Most institutional investors concur that a $400 billion valuation for a car company, even with vertical integration, is unreasonable, especially considering the factors we have already examined. However, Tesla might not merely be a car company. While it does manufacture cars, it focuses on providing an efficient means of transportation. The company's ultimate objective is to control all aspects of road-based transportation, particularly car ownership. Tesla is well known for its development of self-driving systems, which currently serve as impressive features but possess significant long-term potential. These systems could evolve into Tesla's own transportation network. Taxi companies and Uber drivers earn profits by purchasing vehicles and utilizing them for passenger transport, indicating that there is greater financial gain in moving people rather than simply selling cars as one-time transactions. Even Tesla's high-end Model X, priced below $100,000 in the US, could generate hundreds of thousands of dollars if deployed as an Uber driver before retirement. Elon Musk has openly discussed a future where car ownership is obsolete, which is an unconventional perspective for a typical car company CEO. However, considering Tesla's comprehensive approach to transportation solutions, it aligns with their vision. From an investor's standpoint, this positions Tesla more as a tech company that happens to manufacture cars, rather than a car company with impressive technology. Technology has a greater advantage in achieving economies of scale compared to other business sectors like retail, oil and gas, healthcare, pharmaceuticals, and even auto manufacturing. This is why 7 out of the 10 most valuable companies in the world today are tech companies. Hence, the skeptical analysts are correct in asserting that Tesla, solely as a car manufacturer, is not worth even a fraction of its $400 billion valuation. However, a company that aspires to become the global leader in renewable energy storage, a substitute for traditional gas companies, and a more affordable alternative to Uber all-in-one presents a much more captivating proposition. That concludes our discussion for today. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for trending updates.